is the Dr. Pepper Coca-Cola Friday Night Rivals.
Some are calling it an unofficial state championship game, but the one thing that is official about this, if it's not a state championship game, it's officially the biggest game in the state tonight. Jackson and Saraland meeting up just as they did to open the season last year, and tonight we are here in Jackson. Good evening to start our season. I'm Jim Cox, my partner Dan Brennan, and we've wanted to come here. We've been doing this 26 years. We've said we've always wanted to come here. So glad to be here tonight.
You know, I had some legal issues, but we were so happy to be here.
Up.
The main thing is that, you know, how at the beginning of the season, both teams, or teams would generally say, look, we're starting out undefeated. The fact is, these teams could end up undefeated. They're both that good.
Yeah, two of the best teams in the state. Jackson won 4A last year, dominated. Their only loss was to Sarland in week 1. Saraland went to the state championship game, lost in that heartbreaker. So these are two great teams, two rich programs. And, you know, for years we've talked about Saraland, the great quarterback play they've had with KJ Lacey. Now he's gone to Texas. They got a new one coming in. But how about the QB for the Aggies that we can't wait to watch tonight?
Check out these stats, total offense stats from a year ago. That's mind-boggling. His name is Landon Duckworth. He's got a lot of offers. I think at this point it looks like South Carolina is going to get his services. But when you're as big and as good and talented as this guy with the talent around him, too, we'll talk about that, you got to figure suitors are going to keep on knocking, right?
For sure.
Then on the defensive side for Saraland, now this guy's also going to play a little offense too. Very good athlete, stout kid, great linebacker, Jakari Harris, number 8. 5'11", about 210. You can see his defensive stats right there. But again, he may see some time in the backfield as well. Jeff Kelly loves his overall game.
Yeah, Jeff Kelly loves his linebackers as well. And, you know, he's a junior. He started last year as a sophomore, so they're really good there. Saraland going to be tested tonight up front, but I think the Aggies going to feel some wrinkles tonight from Saraland as well. Something's going to give. Saraland's won 20 games in a row in the regular season. Jackson hasn't lost here at home in 17 games. Something's going to give. One's not going to be undefeated at the end of tonight, Dan. One team's not.
And we'll be here to watch it.
All right, kickoff's coming up next. We're at Legion Field, one of the most iconic places in Alabama to watch a high school football game on Friday night. We're here, and kickoff comes up right after this. Jackson, Alabama, Legion Field. Our matchup here tonight. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, as we get ready to start the 2025 season. And what a matchup here tonight between two absolute powerhouses, Danny Boy.
Yeah, how about with this Jackson group? They kind of noticed these kids when they were all together in Little League ball.
Yep.
And so we're saying they were identifying these kids as very talented players then. And they met the script. I mean, a lot of these kids have been all-state for years now, and so many of them have given Division I offers.
Jeff Kelly, the head coach of the Spartans, of course, he has been up here, knows this area very, very well, was the head coach up here before he came to Saraland 2008, 2010. He was the head coach and went 32-8, took him to a state championship game and a 3-year run, and then came down to Saraland and just absolutely has turned that program into just a monster and the biggest form. You see his record there, 3 straight appearances. Not just going to the state championship game 3 times, but 3 times in a row in 6A,
yep.
which is so hard to do. They won it back in 2022, and they have, as we said, they have not lost a regular season game going all the way back to October of 2022, 20 in a row during the regular season, and get ready to get this one kicked off as Saraland will get the ball first to Sean Spencer, P.J. Brown, and Wardrick Jones will be back to receive, and Champ Burnett to kick off for Jackson.
You talk about a place being electric tonight here. This is electric. The town is in the stands.
Right in the middle of a neighborhood. And we'll have some great shots all throughout the evening as Burnett pooches it to the near side, and a fair catch at the 25. We called for a fair catch and started to run a little bit there, but it was Eddie Turner. So Saraland will come out here, and we will see the offense. Of course, there's been so much as KJ Lacey for so long now. Jamison Roberts is the quarterback, and he's another good one. He's just young, has played a lot, but maybe not at this level of a big game. P.J. Brown will start at running back. Noble's the fullback. Spencer on the outside, number 2. Keep your eye on him. Edwards the other side. Martin, and then you got Wilson, Pasquale, Frederikus, Johnson, and Bailey. The only returning lineman up there for Saraland. We see Deshaun Spencer in the backfield. They fake it to him and quickly go outside and get it off to A.J. Martin, and Martin will get maybe a hard-fought yard to open things up, and immediately we see Deshaun Spencer in the backfield. Yeah,
Deshaun Spencer in the backfield, you're right, and as far as the quarterback, you know, something quick, something they can just try to get it out there quickly and on time to, of course, boost the confidence.
Jackson defense, they've got Bozeman Hayes, the transfer over from Excel. He's starting tonight, and Demetrius Wilson. He's got multiple offers. Number 99 there. McKenzie. We'll get the rest of them momentarily as the give up ahead. And P.J. Brown. Brown kind of a scat back with a lot of speed and gets it up to about the 33. Going back to that defense for Jackson, you've got Wisenhut, the linebacker, a 4-year starter. He's going to Elkhorn State. McDonald and Jaden Tate. And then you got Jamarian Gordon-Juice, who we had a great conversation with.
Yes.
He's going to North Carolina. Darrington, Jaquel Armstrong, 4 interceptions last year. And then Keegan Chapman, they call him Black. He's got his twin brother, who's the wide receiver on the other side. He's going to North Carolina. And we've got a 3rd and 2 to start things off. And up ahead, Ja'Carri Harris will grind the legs ahead. He's going to push forward for a first down.
I think you got it. You're right.
Yep.
This is a guy that Jeff Kelly just loves to talk about, Jim, and that is why. Third down.
Talked about it in the pregame show, right?
The 3rd down, if we lean on him, he's just a tough kid that's going to get you the yards you need. And let's see if he did. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
First down.
He's got a Roof Doctor's first down and 3rd and 2. And you can kind of see early on, Dan, this is maybe not the pace we're used to seeing from a Saraland team, really getting the plays and want to get as many plays. And maybe just slow the game down a little bit. As now stepping up and nowhere to go is Roberts as he's wrapped up and brought down back at the 31-yard line. Pressure came from the inside and then nowhere to go for Roberts.
See who this was that made the...
I think it was Jaden Tate, going to be number 10.
Yeah, McDonald also in there. Jaden McDonald, 15. And they've got a lot of good athletes. They've got a very good team.
They'll lose 4 on the sack, and Roberts again give and nowhere to go, going against the stout line of this Jackson Aggie team, and now it's going to be a 3rd and long.
It's hard to believe you're looking at a 4A team, isn't it, Jim?
Again, and they're 41 students shy of being the smallest school in 4A.
Wow.
And yet all this talent out there, I think we counted up 14 scholarship offers on this Jackson roster. So 3rd and 12 coming up. Roberts will roll to the right side, has some room, waits and fires it off, and it's off the hands and incomplete as he was trying to get it to Spencer, who would have had the first down.
Yep, he would have.
Roberts with a nice ball there, bought a little time, and it goes off Spencer's hands and bring up the punt team here and a defensive stop.
Quarterbacks kind of mirror one another. The difference being the young guy from Sarland just hadn't seen the field as much. That's not been the case in Jackson.
Evans up to punt. Good high kick, and that's going to chase Keegan Chapman all the way back to the 20, trying to go side to side. He'll get out of bounds at about the 30, up to about the 33-yard line.
Great return and really a great punt that kind of flipped the field.
So we talking with Jeff Kelly this week and said, you know, a shootout is maybe not what you expect here tonight. But we'll look at the Jackson's offense first. Duckworth, of course, at quarterback there, and Josh Bryant starting at running back. We'll talk about E.J. Coel and the suspension here tonight for the game. And then you've got Kean Red Chapman. He's going to North Carolina, 6'4", had 15 touchdowns last year. Jackson in the slot, Gordon on the other side, along with Gladney, Brown, Hill, Beck, Campbell, and Tate up front for this Jackson team. They scored 699 points last year.
They won the state championship game. Was it 69-6?
Biggest differential in an Alabama high school state championship game of all time. They averaged 46 points a game last year.
They had 12 defensively too, so they beat you. They beat your brains in.
Yeah, they lost 35-27 in week 1 to Saraland, and then didn't lose to anybody else. Remember, went down and beat Baker 7-18. That was a big win a couple weeks later.
Yep. Well coached too. Cody Flournoy does a really good job, and he's been here a while.
State championship, their first one since 2011. Bit of a high snap. And upended is Bryant right at the 35-yard line as Bryant got hit there by Andy Pugh, who started as a linebacker last year. And Pugh made the big stop. And Bryant, he's about 5'11", 190, but that didn't slow down Pugh at all.
No, and we've had about 3 tackles that have been WWE to start this game. Pretty amazing.
A loss of about 3. I'm sorry, gain of about 2. Make it 2nd and 8. Oh, wasn't ready for the snap, and Duckworth now pressure coming, able to scramble away, and Duckworth now just throws it out of bounds. As you can see, now there's going to be a flag drop there. They're going to call that intentional grounding. Duckworth wasn't ready for the snap.
He wasn't ready for the snap, and then he wasn't ready for that Saraland defense. Great penetration, gave him all kinds of trouble, but you're right.
Yep, so that's intentional grounding. Take a look at the Saraland defense. Not a lot of returners up front with Evans, Scott, and Snipes. With the linebackers, Dunklin, Pugh, Harris all started last year. Braden Clifton, the new starter. Dickinson, Lewardrick Jones, and Sewell played a lot last year as well. And then Durgan back there as well in the secondary. So this is, I think you can see Saraland get pressure from this younger defensive line that they have here, because in the middle they're really good. You know, the linebackers are really good.
You saw that on the first play.
Yep. And so loss him down, and 3rd and forever now here as Duckworth looking now, fires underneath, able to get that one complete, and able to step up and grab it and bounce out to the near side is Jamari Gordon. And Gordon will mark him out about the 37-yard line. Gordon going to North Carolina next year as well, and he plays both ways. Starts at corner, and so 4th down and 8. And because they're going to go for it here.
They realize what down it is.
From the 35. The scoreboard says 3rd, but the marker crux is a loss of down and the intentional grounding. Are they going to snap it? No, he just takes a timeout. I think they're seeing if they can maybe get him to jump and get 5 and make it a little easier.
The scoreboard does now say it is 4th down, so just to make sure. everyone's clear on that. They'd be ashamed to run a play there just because you were unaware what the down was.
Scoreless here. 7:36 to go. Opening quarter. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan. And after the timeout, Jackson will punt here, you would assume. Seem a little early to go for it.
Yeah, I think it's still feeling your way through here early, isn't it?
And looking for kind of lined up like they're going to go for it. Maybe a little quick kick, or are they going to go for it here on 4th and 8? Gordon to the bottom of your screen. They are. Nope, there's the quick kick. And Saraland just lets this one bounce and takes a good Aggie bounce down to the 21-yard line.
Both punt units did their job. No one getting the ball around midfield, which could have happened easily either time. Saraland will set it up again. The young quarterback. Say young, he's a junior, but these are his first big-time starts.
Yeah, played a lot, but just
and of course Lacey was hurt a couple of games last year too, wasn't he?
Yep.
So if you're not familiar, the quarterback that was a 3-year starter at Saraland, won a state title, finished second twice, KJ Lacey. He's now he's running third string at the University of Texas, a freshman there.
Jameson rolls out and fires it off, and they'll get a couple as Gordon able to make the stop as he comes up with the tackle on L.J. Edwards, junior wide receiver for Saraland.
Are they produced wide receivers at Saraland or what? Of course, Ryan Williams, the headliner, the All-American from Alabama.
I mean, Bellis Jones came out of Saraland as wide receiver
years ago. A few others. They've got one at Ole Miss right now that we saw for years.
Yep, they got C.D. Gill.
C.D. Gill's at UAB, I think.
Give out to about the 27-yard line as they bring Jakari Harris back in there. And Harris is that back that I hadn't talked about. Starts at linebacker, but really north-south.
Oh, yeah.
North-south type guy. And you see Saraland wanting to establish the run early. Not all, but like the really elite players in this Jackson defense are all at the back end.
Yep.
So, like, okay, let's maybe not play with fire as much as we have to against those guys, right?
And especially a quarterback trying to settle in.
3rd and 4 as we about 6.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Give on the right side, nice cut back and able to spin ahead is Spencer. And then looks like he's going to have the Roof Doctor's first down. He falls just across the line to gain from the spot on the far side anyway.
Boy, that was all on his own, right?
Yeah,
great job of picking his holes. Oh. Could have called him short.
Nope, got a penalty.
Ah.
Didn't see the flag.
I think Jeff's trying to say we got a first down and then the flag. Let's see if that's what he wants. Watch the picking of the holes. They're good cut. It's not like there was a bunch there for Spencer. He's a wide receiver, but he also started as a tailback, and he looks like he's still comfortable there.
So back him up 5, and it was 3rd and 9. Spencer shifts up to the slot. Roberts with some time, looks, fires, able to get Spencer across the far side. He's got a first down to the 30 and up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 11 and a first down. A nice read there by Jamison Roberts to look over the field and come back to the option on the far side.
Yeah, he did. And watch when Spencer realizes that there's just simply nobody there. Once he turns around and sees that, and really accelerates, and off he goes to make sure he gets that first down. He is dangerous.
Yep, Gordon broke him down there. We get our heat timeout. Yep. It's a good one here. Scoreless about halfway through the first quarter. 5:36 to go. Saraland and Jackson to open up the 2025 Friday night rival season.
Friday Night Rivals sponsored by Dr. Pepper with Coca-Cola and Red Zone. The Mobile County Sheriff's Department joined Team Sheriff today, and also by Greer's Markets. Greer's got it. We guarantee it.
Scoreless here. Your score from Robert Cook checking in with an update for us. St. Paul's on top of UMS 7-0 with 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter in the Battle of Old Shell Road. What a first down here for Robertson Saraland from the 39 here in Jackson. Harris on the right side, and there's more of that north-south, and he's going to pick up 9 and now lunge ahead up to midfield and get a first down with 12 on that carry.
He's exactly how Jeff Kelly described him to me. And did he drop the ball in the middle of that run, Jim, and pick it back up? I don't know. Let's keep a close eye here. Watch. No, he held on to it the whole time. And he was just punishing people the whole ride along.
And he'll go get a breather, and B.J. Brown will take this handoff, and Brown falls to about the 48-yard line before he's wrapped up there. Donovan Bozeman, senior, who was kind of injured last year, but coming back this year and expecting big things out of that young man here for Jackson. We were talking about Saraland, and it said, you know, as asking Jeff, said, you probably don't want this one to get into a shootout. And he's like, yeah, that's probably not, it might end up that way. And I said, you realize that's what every team has game planned to try to do for you for the last 7 years.
I know. It was
Can't get into a shootout with him.
Ironic hearing Jeff talk that way, but with a younger quarterback, you want to protect him at least, you know, a quarter or so.
Roberts looking one-on-one, wants Spencer down the near side, and he can't haul it in. And Spencer over there against Keegan Chapman. So he's one of the other twin brothers. They call him Black, the other one Red. And so he's 100-meter state champion.
Yeah, that's all.
And going to North Carolina. How about man coverage since he's been here at Jackson? When he's matched up single one-on-one man coverage, 13% completion percent. And it just went down on that one.
Yeah, with one of the better players in the state.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Jackson, we'll talk all about, like, they've won state championship in football last year, back-to-back basketball state championships, back-to-back track and field 4x100 state championships, now 3rd and long. And now Roberts wants to pull it down, and nothing doing there is A.J. Hayes. He's got a bunch of D1 offers, and you can see why.
Again.
Comes in and makes the stop there and grabbed Roberts and just eats him up at the line here.
Man, sheds the block. And again, we're not just seeing people get
it's like a
running backs to the ground.
Greco-Roman two-point takeout in the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, getting extra points there.
So the drive stalls for Saraland out near midfield, and Blair Evans On to punt again, a high snap. Good job to pull it down. And just want to kick to the far side, and Gordon will let it bounce, and he'll go inside the 20. So we're kind of seeing some between the 30s play here to start this one between these two dominant forces. And there's Coach Florida. We just talked about how impressed we were with him. We met him 2019 down at the game. He brought his team down to take on Viger. Game we did here on UTV 44. And he will send Landon Duckworth out. You know, the opening game last year, he was 9-20 for 178 yards, no touchdowns. And then as the season came along, then he got to the state championship game. He was 14-17, 325 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Coach Florida said he could just see the confidence, and the game was coming to him. And you know, just how much he grew over the course of the season.
Yeah, headed to the University of South Carolina right now. That's the commit.
Little sidearm out to the far side, and I think Jackson had a knee down when he caught that one.
He did.
Decorius Jackson, the sophomore. So it was Duckworth was, you know, highly touted among one of the best quarterbacks in the state. Then he went to California and played in the Elite 11 out there.
Right.
And came back, and some were like, no, he might be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So he just continues to impress people.
And you drive into this little town of Jackson, and it's incredible that you would have this kind of national talent in a town this size.
And again, it just kind of like lightning in a bottle has happened, and they've been watching these kids grow up since, like you were saying, playing Pee-wee together and pushing ahead out to the 30. Going to be really close. He's going to have the first down. Is Josh Bryant. He's a really good player, but you know, you're playing behind E.J. Coel, who just
I think the best running back in the country.
Yeah, so you just don't get a lot of snaps, but straight up the hole and drop the shoulder.
Yeah, there was a hole. Really good blocking off the left side.
So it's a Roof Doctors first down as we're inside 3 minutes to go. And up at the 30, Landon Duckworth watches Jackson come in motion. Duckworth, a little ball fake. Looks still trying to buy some time, and has a little safety outlet here to Keon Chapman. It's the other twin brother who is going to North Carolina. Freddie Kitchens, the contact in the recruiting here, right?
That's the connection. That's what's going on with Carolina. And I guess Florno just told us, right? He said Freddie Kitchens has been the contact. He's on Bill Belichick's staff. Of course, Kitchens, the former Alabama quarterback,
knows this area kind of.
Cleveland Brown head coach too in the pros.
Belichick loves to go boating in the summer in the Tom Bigby, so that's part of it here.
Sure,
why he knew this area so well. It's down to 2:25, and Saraland going to take a timeout. And it's kind of, so we'll take a timeout with him here. Opening game of the season on Friday Night Rivals, and Jackson. What a great hospitality here, and we're glad to be here with the Aggies.
Oh, look at the smiles. They know they're on camera. Give us a big smile there. It's the Smile Cam, brought to you by McMurphy Orthodontics. Will make you want to smile.
Dr. Stedman, I've shared a lot of smiles with him. And 2nd and 8 here, just kind of feeling, each team kind of feeling their way through this one.
No big plays yet.
Gordon goes in motion, and Duckworth wants to keep it, but great penetration from the outside, and they wrap him up with nowhere to go. Is Braden Clifton, the first time starting here at linebacker, and makes the big stop and gets the sack on Landon Duckworth.
Yeah, so the linebackers are getting the strength of the Saraland defense. That front's not playing poorly either.
Third and 10 now for the Aggies. Duckworth, who he rushed for 650 yards last year, 12 touchdowns, and he could do it, but he'd prefer to throw it. And he's going to try two here. Looks to go over the middle, wide open, able to get up to the 45, and now at midfield, he's got it to Juice Gordon for the first down to the 45-yard line.
You talk about a sweet athlete. We met him before the game, and just watching him in warm-ups. And again, must we repeat ourselves, going to the University of North Carolina. And a wonderful kid, too, to just spend a little time with and talk. Look at the skill on this team is alarming.
Plays both ways, and now he's up to the 45 and into the Roof Doctors' first down as we are inside a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter.
Might have made him jump here, move on the offensive side.
Yep. Ken Atkins, the first and 15, and both coaches said, first game of the year, you're going to have some first game mistakes. It happens at every, doesn't matter what level you're watching on the first game of the season. You're always just going to have some of those first game mental errors. And there hadn't been a lot here in the first quarter.
No, that speaks to how well these teams are coached for sure.
Duckworth with the give, and Bryant will not get back to the original line of scrimmage as Keone Snipes, the sophomore, able to make the stop.
Gary Harris is always right there.
Second and about 11 coming up for the Aggies. Wardrick Jones matching up against Jackson at the bottom of the screen, and now they put Jackson in the slot and Gladney, and now another flag pre-snap. Yeah, they did a little shift at the bottom of the screen here. I'm not sure if that's what it did, but they had Chapman out wide, which at 6'5", 215, you understand why you want him there. Then you put him in the slot.
Yeah, like, well, what are we going to do now?
And they may just let this clock run out and take it all the way down to the end of the quarter, or will they get one more? No. I don't think they're going to snap it. They'll just let it run down. We'll be scoreless through one.
How about that?
Yeah. So the matchup is living up to its billing, especially the defenses of these teams. So we are scoreless through the first here in Jackson, our Friday Night Rivals game of the week. And we'll come back, start quarter number 2 from Jackson right after this. Night Rivals Game of the Week. Scoreless here in Jackson through 1, Dan Brennan.
And closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger futures.
2nd and 16 for the Aggies. Jackson, the defending 4A state champions, ranked number 1 in 4A. Saraland, ranked number 3 in 6A. They've gone to the state championship game the last 3 years in a row. Landon Duckworth, the South Carolina commit, with pressure, rolls out to the right. Now looks, wanted to go across his body, and now heaves toward the middle of the field, and traffic is broken up as he was trying to get that to Isaiah Gladney. You see a little bit of the arm strength of Landon Duckworth on that one.
You see the and it was not a great decision as it turned out, but the arm strength and also looking downfield, always looking downfield, and also the confidence that it could even give that a shot. Oh, wow. That was just players freelancing at that point, Jim, as we just took a look at that replay there. And if you throw it in his direction, not a bad idea.
Yeah, he's going to West Alabama. They call him Jet. Usually you get the nickname Jet. You know, it's not like the ironic one for someone who's super slow, like the big guy they call Tiny.
Yeah.
It's not usually how they do it. Saraland and St. Paul's and UMS tied at 7. And now 3rd and 16 coming up for the Aggies.
Notice that about Duckworth, though, when I talk about the eyes downfield, and I'm not just saying he's posing that way. No, he's really searching the field. You can tell their coach to scramble and give him a shot.
Oh, that one deflected, but able to get the completion. As Chapman, the pressure, hand on that one. I think Pugh might have got it. And
I think you're right, and it wasn't just the pressure, because the pressure was kind of allowed in because of the screen action of the line, but I think getting a hand on it was the big part of this play. Watch.
Yeah, no, actually it was Snipes, the 6'5" sophomore, who got it, and then Pugh was right there to wrap up Red Chapman.
Snipes is one of those guys that he may give you some good snaps this year as a sophomore.
Yep.
But what you're looking at Snipes is, how good is he going to be in a program like Saraland where they coach him up?
Yep, 6'5", 230 sophomore.
Oh, yeah.
And so 4th and 17. And
can you say SEC?
now again, the quick kick, and this one not very good at all. It's not even going to get to the line to gain, and it's going to be about the 37-yard line.
Not even 100 total yards between the two teams in the first period. So defenses are holding up to this point.
Just a 17-yard punt. And tell us about some more of our great partners here, Dan Brennan.
Oh, we've got them. Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by Andrews Diesel Automotive, proud sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. Also, we mentioned him earlier, McMurphy Orthodontics will make you want to smile, and Roof Doctors, if you have a sick roof, call the doctor. Roof Doctors.
Jamison Roberts would give this one back off to Deshaun Spencer. Didn't see Spencer run the ball a lot last year for the Saraland team. Of course, you had Sante McWilliams back there, but had him more on the outside.
Yeah, he was transitioning to a wide out.
A couple there on first down. Jaden Tate, he had 4 sacks in the championship game last year.
He looks like a guy who would.
He knows where that backfield is. And this one pre-snap. False start on the Spartans. We're moving back 5. Jeff Kelly, 14 years at Saraland. He's never lost to a lower classification school.
Are you kidding me? Wow. How about the history between these teams? We'll get into that in just a bit. You may be surprised to learn what those results have been in the past.
So 2nd and 13. Up with the Spartans. Roberts with pressure coming, flips it up over the middle and able to get it complete, and breaking the tackle up to about the 45-yard line. P.J. Brown. Brown, a senior. It's at the 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 3. Brown getting a block out in front and broke a tackle.
Yep.
There is Joseph Pasquale, good job leading there. And 3rd and 3 from the 44 for the Spartans. Scoreless here, 3 minutes into the second. Roberts looking to go one-on-one up top, and did he stay in bounds? I don't think so. Spencer stay in bounds. Well, they're going to say he did stay in bounds to the 29-yard line.
Well, watch, he's right on the line. Look at the throw.
Oh, now they're going to say out on the far side. Let's look here. Ooh, he got a foot down.
You think so?
Looked like he...
I know the right foot. Let's watch it. I don't think that's going to be the angle. Great camera work, but it didn't assist us in trying to make the call.
The previous replay looked like he got one down. And of course, it was right over on the Saraland sideline. So Sean Spencer, who's committed to Dan and I's alma mater, Duke, right now. Yeah. I say that with my tongue firmly in my cheek. Duke, but I know he's going to take a visit to Auburn, and they really like that young man as well.
People yelling, watch the fake as Saraland lines to punt near midfield. Nothing given so far.
Got a flag here, maybe delay a game. To back him up 5 more. I don't think Jeff Kelly would be dialing up a fake at this point. I think field position too important at that point, don't you?
No, I agree. It's obviously to this point been a field position game all the way.
Gordon and Chapman back, and that will send a little more pressure this time. Kick to the near side, and Keegan Chapman will take it at the 20, and he's got room up the near side, and Chapman across midfield, across the 40, and he's grabbed out of bounds by the punter. Blair Evans brings him down around the 30. So game-changing play, big play comes on special teams.
Yeah, it was shocking how much room he had, and knowing the way this kid can run right away, you're like, you make one miss.
46 yards on the return.
Yeah, Sarland did not protect the edge there, and with a guy like Chapman, you're burying yourself.
Yeah, you can see.
Friday Night Rivals sponsored by ArcelorMittal Calvert. You can apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. And NHTSA, always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
So Keegan Chapman, he was the 100-meter state champion, and you could see it when he turned the corner on that punt.
Yeah.
Right below us here, and Duckworth will give it to Bryant on the left side. Nice holding game.
Chip, I think one thing we can look for at this point of the game is, can one team or the other actually establish that line of scrimmage where they can make big throws, make big plays. It's not been easy, but you can do that. But if you can establish that run, neither team's really done it to this point.
On the keeper, Duckworth, drugged down. Another great defensive play by Braden Clifton, the senior linebacker.
He came to play tonight.
Wow, he's Youngman making his first start at linebacker as a senior for Saraland, and had a couple of really big tackles.
Boy, you know, not only did he stay home, Jim, and he attacked. Yeah,
6'3", 200, and you're 5'10", 170, and able to bring him down.
He's coming.
3rd and 3. Coming up here for the Aggies. Duckworth wants to go up top on the right side, down to the corner, and he's got it for the touchdown. Jamarian Juice Gordon. What a throw, 27 yards, Duckworth to Gordon, and the Aggies are on top with a big touchdown strike.
We had the perfect angle to watch that, didn't we, Jim, from here at about the 40-yard line. And the camera shot is also equally perfect. And you got a really good player on the other end.
There's Jaden Sullivan in there in their coverage backup corner. And Gordon, we had just a great chat with that young man on the field before the game.
Yeah.
And told him we were excited to watch him play on TV, and he's like, we're really excited to have TV here tonight.
Well, he's going to be on TV a lot from this point of his life going on.
Get used to seeing him as a PAT. His blocks. That could be a big special teams play in this game. It was a special teams play by Gordon. By Chapman to set it up. Gordon gets the touchdown. And Jackson with our first points of the night. What a throw by Duckworth.
Ooh, man. Thing of beauty. And also Gordon using his hands. I mean, he caught the ball, Dan. You're supposed to use your hands.
Yeah.
But just so confident. Went up and got it. Snagged it. Very confident athlete. That's what I see on this Jackson team, Jimmy. These athletes that have a presence about them. You know, for a small town like this, maybe that enhances it, or maybe, I don't know. But it's not exactly what I would expect to see, except for the fact that, look at the hugs he's getting on the sidelines too, except for the fact that they've done it.
More of our smiles. Gordon was smiling there.
Oh, they're smiling now. The McMurphy orthodontic smile cam will make you want to smile. And we can try to make you smile, but I think you're probably going to smile if your team takes a 6-0 lead, and they have.
Yep. So big play on special teams, big play there on third down. Third and, you know, you like to call to 3rd and 3. You're the 27. You're going to go for it on 4th down regardless. So take a shot.
Good point.
In the end zone, and now you're on top by a score of 6-0. And our first ArcelorMittal touchdown of the season comes from Landon Duckworth to Jamarian Gordon. And I'll tell you about some opportunities. This one goes out of bounds. So we'll get back to that. Touchdown is ArcelorMittal Calvert. They are now accepting jobs. You can apply there at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. And gives our first touchdown of the season. So Lev Howley, we got some Lev Howley on the field before the game. Our old friend Kristen Mosley. We just got lots of folks there in Calvert. Proud to be a part of.
What's Lev up to these days?
He works for the Mobile County Public School System.
In the athletics.
He's like assistant athletic director.
Yeah,
I believe, like that. He was happy to be here for the game tonight. Kind of surprised us before the game on the field is Roberts with a quick out here, and he's able to get to Spencer across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Don't you get the feeling somebody makes a big play on this side? It's going to be 2. It's going to be Spencer. Yeah. He is. Well, we're seeing some players tonight.
Yeah, and also I think as you know, Roberts now settled in. Now hopefully maybe it just kind of feels like another football game to him. You know, you got this first game of the season. You're going up against Jackson. It's a whole lot to contend with, and now just kind of settle into a rhythm. Goes to the other side, able to get it up to A.J. Martin, and Martin streaks up and going to pick up a first down
Got a good block from a wide receiver out there, Jim. Not sure who it was on the far side, but that freed him up. Watch quickly. Watch the block right there. Nice block on the outside for Saraland. Trey Turner has kind of gotten in the way of his guy enough.
Sean Spencer comes into the backfield. He'll take the handoff and looking for the right side. And not to about the 49-yard line. Gain of about 4 before Daquan Wisenhunt, shooter. That's what they call him here. 4-year starter at linebacker for this Aggie team, going to Alcorn State. 100+ tackles each of the past 3 years.
They've all got a bunch of great nicknames too, right?
Well, when you're great players, you get them. You know,
it's like the whole roster, though.
As we said, there's around 14 scholarship offers for these Jackson Aggies. 2nd and 6. Roberts rolls out. Able to get it complete, breaking a tackle up on the far side is L.J. Edwards, and he's to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 15, another first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, nothing way downfield, but he breaks the tackle and turns it into something. Watch right here. Quick little short throw, inside slant. But he gets you more, and here comes Saraland suddenly.
Well, Armstrong came over to make the tackle. And Sarland now inside the 40, but I'm going to go back to about the 44s. They were moving early on that left side. We're just starting to maybe feel that Sarland was getting a little rhythm going.
Yep.
Back to the 39 here in 1st and 15.
Empty backfield. Let's see if we get a little draw with the quarterback.
Looking to go far side. He's got Deshaun Spencer.
Of course he does.
He said big play could be him. He's to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 17. Another first down for Saraland.
And they're just having a good time down there too. The two competitors in Division I athletes, Spencer and Juice. I mean, they recognize good on good, right?
We'll get the heat timeout right at the halfway point, and Spencer saying, hey, that 13% is just completion just went up a little bit, okay, on that one. I got one this time. So halfway through the second, 6-0, Saraland trails Jackson, but they're on the move here in the second quarter at Legion Field.
Stay tuned to later in tonight's game as we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA.
1st and 10 at the 21.
Saraland's first big drive of the game.
They're knocking at the red zone at the 21. Here now see a little bunch formation out of this one, and they give it up. Jakari Harris on the left side, and there's a lot of banging going on there. Wisenhunt was there, Armstrong was there, but that will get them into the Coca-Cola United red zone. Pickup of 2 to the 19. Roberts will have P.J. Brown with him. They fake the hand of pressure coming. He's hit, but he gets it off in traffic. It's deflected. Keegan Chapman broke that one up, but boy, the pressure was coming on to Roberts, who stayed in there and delivered, and was broken up right at the last second there by Chapman. And he's going to North Carolina State. Had 13 pass breakups last year.
Tremendous recovery by Chapman and a lot of pressure. I mean, a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And 3rd and 9. And Spencer lines up in the backfield next to Jamison Roberts. Roberts, 6 Division I offers, 4.2 in the classroom, so go anywhere he wants. No trouble with the snap, corrals it, and back to the 30 and 31-yard line. So miscue there, and Donovan Bozeman going to wrap it up. And Roberts, good job to prevent that from being worse case scenario. Would have been the fumble, and bounced right back to him. And now you're at the 30. Be a 47, 48-yarder from here.
And Bozeman was probably going to get the sack regardless of the bad snap or the fumbled snap. He beat his guy easily on the outside.
So now it's 4th and 20 for Roberts. Roberts, middle of the field, fires, and he's got a complete and a touchdown. What a throw to A.J. Martin. And Sarland has tied it with an Archer Midler Coward touchdown. Wow, what a throw on 4th and 20 from the junior.
Yeah. I think he's settling in, Jim. What a rope. Man. And again, one of the strengths of this Jackson team is their secondary, but didn't stop Saraland, not on that one. Finally, something to get excited about on the far side, as Saraland has brought a ton of fans down up this way.
Yeah, and you know, Martin got the matchup with a linebacker who's on McKenzie there. You always like when you're a wide receiver and get on a linebacker.
Sure.
Got it there, and now the PAT attempt here from Garrison Little. Off the upright and doinks in for a 7-6 lead. You know, as a Chicago Bears fan, every time there's a doink, it takes my breath away momentarily.
I understand.
What a response by Sarland on 4th and 20 after the bad snap and the sack. And Sparty fans across the way are happy for A.J. Martin, 5'7", 150 pounds, got the matchup, and Roberts saw it and delivered a strike.
How was his poise, too? 4th down. Knew what he was looking for, got the matchup he liked, but he put the ball there.
We said, just like it felt at the beginning of he was settling in a bit. This felt like just
exactly
settling in. So
I think Jeff Kelly kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's he was a quarterback too, so he knows that. Just knows sometimes what it takes, and wants to. You want to bring your quarterback along at the pace that is best, because it'd be easy to say, okay, we're going to come out, we're going to throw the ball all around. It's okay, that's great, except how about all those D1 corners and safeties that come back there?
How about the 5,000 people staring at you, and the TV cameras too? It's a lot to process for a junior quarterback, but he looked great on that throw, especially. Well, this is a great atmosphere. Great atmosphere.
Garrison Little to kick off here for Saraland as they answer right back after the 27-yard touchdown toss. Kind of pooch it to the middle of the field at the 25-yard line. Keegan takes this one, makes a move at the 30, and Keegan now swinging the ball back with a hold. But this is Red Keegan with the hold at the 36-yard line, going to bring it back, and it was borderline egregious.
Yeah, it was, and he was actually
kind of already
already by him, and the Jackson player continued to just have too much jersey. Now we got another flag, a second flag, and it might have to do with Cody Flournoy, who's out on the field. I don't know what he'd be arguing about, really. It was right in front of all of us.
Yeah. Got the hold. So we're going to mark that one off. Oh, just a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, okay.
Yep. Cody Flournoy still not happy with that. So, yeah, when he and Red Chapman got that kick, they tried a little just pooch kick in the middle of the field. And there's so many speedsters on the return team for Jackson.
Yep.
Pick your poison.
Kind of frightening, right?
Yep. So it brings them back to the 26-yard line.
This game slowly and then suddenly become an offensive shootout.
We've put up 13 points here in the last 2 drives after none so far. And
4 wide.
Duckworth rolling out. Buys lots of time on the right side. Now he'll pull it down with all kinds of pretty green grass in front of him and step out of bounds after he's got the first down.
I'm thinking about how Duckworth never looks like he's in a panic, and then you sit back and you think about it, you think, well, if I was 6'3", 200 pounds and had that overall game, what would you be nervous about?
Yeah, and he doesn't look, he doesn't maybe look like he's that fast, but then you go, oh yeah, but he was part of the 4x100 state championship relay team, so he's pretty fast.
Wasn't on the track team. He was part of the 4x100 state champs.
So they're going to mark him out of bounds 1 yard short of the first down, and we got a Jackson player down. Hopefully, it looks like maybe just cramps out there at about the 45. So EJ Crowell, the all-everything All-American running back, going to Alabama. Had 206 yards against Saraland last year in this game. Was the only player to go over 100 yards rushing against Saraland all year, and we were just super looking forward to seeing that young man suspended. It's a bit of a convoluted story, and you just hate that the young man, he's just out for tonight's game, and you just hate that he's out for the game. We talked before the game, and number 3 back in the nation, and we'll come back to that, Dan.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future. Yeah, it's a shame. It's kind of I don't know what you call it in this day and time with what's going on in college football and NIL and all that. And then he's going to be going to Alabama. And
he's already committed in the stores. His godfather loaned him a car to drive. Yeah, and
godfather, who would be somebody that has been in his life since the very beginning. That's what a godfather is.
Yeah, just I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to sit in on those decision makings, but got to meet the young man, and flag on this one. Got to meet him before the game, and really great kid. And again, he's just one of the best players in the nation, and we were looking forward to seeing him tonight.
Randy Kennedy with AL.com was with local radio in Mobile. He said he would change the game. So that's how good a player he is.
Sure. So Jackson with the state championship, we said, and they the track success, back-to-back in basketball champions as well. And so Coach Flournoy was saying you've seen it before, when a team wins a state championship, you want to enjoy that, but then you got to turn the page the next season and get it started. So he was drawing on some of the players who played on the basketball team, like, hey, you had to work so hard to defend that championship. You got to bring that to practice to get us in that mindset for football as well, because everybody's already anointed them the state champions in 4A this year. Yeah,
I don't know. This group looks like they're hungry enough, Jim. Yep. I like this team. I like the organization. I like the town. I like this the way everything feels.
We like the swim coach, Carly. The swim coach game parking is at a premium up here, and she hooked us up, Carly Busby, with the just primo spot, and easy in, easy out.
Yeah, it's lucky for us when we got to the guy who was like, oh, another member of the press. Well, when he said, Carly, we need some help here, I'm glad it was Carly, because she delivered.
Carly saw us and waved us in like she was moving an airplane to the jetway.
Friday Night Rivals is sponsored by Dr. Pepper with the Coca-Cola Red Zone, also by the Mobile County Sheriff's Department. Join Team Sheriff today, and Greer's Markets as well. Greer's got it, and we guarantee it.
That's how confident we are in Greer's. Like you and I making the guarantee. They got it right
oh,
there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'll guarantee it for them.
Yeah, for sure. So 2nd and 6 here after the timeout. Landon Duckworth.
It's tight formation.
He's going to keep it. Cuts it to the inside and gets upended right at the 30. No gain on the play, and 3rd down coming up as Pugh makes the tackle. I think both these coaches are going to look like seeing Pugh's was a starter last year, but it's where you really get to see some young kids grow up.
You do.
You have no choice in a game like this.
You're absolutely right. And how about right there, really kind of a tight offensive formation. The defense matched up was just as tight. I was looking to see if they're going to try to spring something out, but instead they just ran power, and Saraland was up to it.
3rd and 6. Pressure coming. Duckworth spins all the way back inside the 10. Now rolls out to the near side, still looking downfield, and will just cut his losses back at the 21, but it'll still be a loss of 9.
Well, he had escapability speed on that one, Jim.
But how about give Saraland's DBs a little credit on the coverage on the back end?
Well, he couldn't even he barely got a chance to look downfield.
Yep.
By the time he gained his senses, he was about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to turn and come forward, so the loss was not quite as devastating. Good job, Saraland. They brought the pressure, and they won.
So Skylar Mosley, first-year defensive coordinator for Saraland.
Played here, right?
Yeah, he was a linebacker back in the days. One of those hard-nosed. I think he went and played at West Alabama out of Saraland, if I remember correctly. But now, first time we'll see Gordon drop back to punt. They've just quick kicked and
Delay a game.
Flag on this one, delay. So that'll push him back 5 more. And boy, Saraland is setting up to have some spectacular field position.
Yeah. And they've got a spectacular return man back there, too.
Yeah, Spencer inside the 50 now is Jamarian Gordon on 4th and 19. Well, this could really flip this game here. And now a bad punt, just a line drive, but takes a pretty good roll. Just get across the 50 up to the 49. So a 33-yard punt. But Sarland with it right up at midfield with 3 minutes to go.
Very entertaining game.
Yeah, Jackson will get it to start the second half. Sarland would love to eat up as much of this clock as they can and punch a point in, punch a score in to add some more points right before the half.
Well, they're capable. I mean, 4th and 20, was it?
Yeah, 4th and 20.
Turned it into a touchdown. Spencer beginning to feel, Roberts beginning to feel more and more comfortable at quarterback.
Give it off to P.J. Brown, who breaks the tackle and busts it out to the outside. And there's that speed. He gets it to about the 48, but that looked like that was going nowhere from the get-go.
Looked like we can almost chalk it up as a loss of 4 or 5, and Brown somehow turns on the speed, and I didn't think he was going to get to the corner. Did you?
I think that was Country. I think that was Wilson that was in there, and Brown just lost his footing over on the far side, so he only gets a couple, but
yeah, that was a big 2.
Yeah, we'll save what was going to be about a loss of 4. Oh, double pass maybe here as they look for Spencer. Now he has to pull it down, and Spencer gets wrapped up as Keegan Chapman was right there with him. They wanted to go downfield to A.J. Martin, who's got the touchdown reception, but he had 2 yellow jerseys around him.
He had a corner and a safety back there, and so no go.
And he had Chapman just bearing down on him. So 3rd and 7.
These defenses have played very well most of the game. From the front to the back, Jim. Well-coached teams.
I feel Sarland thinks this is an opportunity. They've got to capitalize here on this great field position. Underneath, able to get it to P.J. Brown and breaks the tackle. And Brown, look out. He's across the 40 to the outside, breaks another one. Brown still on his feet inside the 30 and down to the 10-yard line. That was Deshaun Spencer, not Brown. Got it to Spencer. And wow, on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, this kid he's smooth and competitive and aggressive, but he's smooth too. I mean, just a really good athlete. You can see why he got a lot of schools that would love him to come on campus for about 3 or 4 years.
37 yards. He's got them in the Coca-Cola United red zone.
Complete ball player.
And now a flag on the far side. Maybe a sideline warning over here on Sarland. I mean, it's
Sideline warning. It's Saraland.
You are so close. There's no depth on the sidelines here between the stands. No. And they built the stadium 80 years ago, so they weren't thinking, like just how many people were going to be out here on a Friday night, right?
Yeah.
So you had Deshaun Spencer with a 38-yard. Reception gets him down to the 10. Give it off. Jakari Harris. He gets maybe to the 9. And now flags at the end of this play. 2 of them. Sort.
Got dead ball, personal foul on the defense. Half the distance to the goal, 2nd down.
So half the distance. And Sarland with a huge opportunity here with 1:16 to go. And Jackson with a timeout. Sarland with 2. I think it's get this down to about the 5. Harris will stay in the backfield along with Roberts. And now Jackson will take their final timeout as Cody Flournoy brings his crew over here as we're down to 1:16 left here. It was 6-0 Jackson about midway through the second, and then Sarland got the touchdown and then came up with a defensive stop, and now they got the ball back here, and now they are trying to build on their lead in the late stages here of quarter number 2 as Jackson will get it back to open things up in the second half. But opportunity here as Sarland started this one at their own 49 and converted a 3rd and long with 38 yards to Deshaun Spencer from Jamison Roberts. Roberts now 10 of 14 for 148 yards on the night. And 2nd and goal. For Robertson crew. They give it off. Spencer on the left side. He is met and driven back. Nothing doing there. And it's 3rd and goal coming up. Jeremiah McKenzie made the stop. It's Spencer with that speed and tried to cut it to the inside, and McKenzie just stayed perfect. Third and goal for the Spartans coming up. Here, Garrison Little, the kicker, banged his PAT off the upright. So we'll see if Sarland doesn't convert on this one. Jeff Kelly going to take another timeout. here. Just wants to use as much of this clock as he can here in the late stages of quarter number 2. Cody Flournoy pacing on the sideline just below us here. So we might have not seen Cy Bird, the big tight end, number 19, come in. Called his name for Saraland here tonight. I wonder if he gets in on this one here. He's a big physical tight end, 6'2", 205, but he's got great hands. Wonder that might not be an option. Friday Night Rivals brought to you by Andrews Diesel and Automotive. Also by McMurphy Orthodontics will make you smile, and Roof Doctors. Got a sick roof? Call Roof Doctors. Here on 3rd and goal for the Spartans. Trying to build on their 1-point lead here right before the half. Jakari Harris in the backfield with Roberts. Roberts rolls to the right, has some time, fires right at the goal, and there's a flag there. It's not on the play. It was broken up as they were trying to come to Deshaun Spencer. Gordon broke it up, but what's the flag?
Got illegal formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So you heard there, Jackson declines the penalty, so it brings up 4th down, and now Jeff Kelly has a decision to make over on the far side. It's gonna take a timeout. Decide what they want to do. Do they want to kick it, or do they want to go for it and try to tack 3 on here, or go for the touchdown with 22 seconds left in quarter number 2. Friday Night Rivals back for another year this year here on UTV 44, and next week we'll be at Spanish Fort. Theodore and Spanish Fort will match up on the hill. Spanish Fort with a win last night over Fairhope. And Theodore opening up action here this evening. So Sarland looks like maybe going to go to a little wildcat with Jakari Harris, quarterback. Now they'll shift out of it. Eddie Turner, the sophomore, in the slot. And Roberts,
Timeout, Saraland.
Jeff Kelly
3rd and 5.
took his 3rd and final timeout you heard there. So we wanted to see maybe if he could get the matchup, and now we'll see if he sends out the kicking team or comes out in a new formation. Trying to see if he could get a look that he wanted there against Davey Mosley, the defensive coordinator for Jackson. And coaches love touchdowns down here in the red zone, and see if they'll send the kicker out. Or so Jackson is where Saraland is here tonight. Then at Blunt, their home opener against Gulf Shores. Then they go to the Hill, McGill, and then they're open Baldwin County, St. Paul's, Murphy Theodore, and Carver Montgomery. And Jeff Kelly sends the offense back out there with P.J. Brown lined up in the backfield. Brown goes off his hands and incomplete, and Jackson comes up with the stop. That might be our school bus stop of the night. Oh, Roberts put it on the hands of Jackson, and closing in kind of was the linebacker McKenzie, but Jackson's defense comes up with a stop. What a stop by the Aggies. First and goal from the 10. And Saraland can't punch it in. And we'll see what the Aggies do here. They're out of timeouts. I guess they would just take a knee, but the athletes on the field, you never know. They gotta watch Duckworth. He's just thinking about taking the knee, and now he steps forward and does that, and that will bring the half to a close. Oh, the game of the week, not just in the Mobile area, but the state of Alabama living up to the billing here at the half. 7-6. As Dan Brennan heads down on the field, he'll catch up with Jeff Kelly, and Jeff Kelly going to be upset about that lack of points there at the end of the half. I think overall, he'll be pleased how his teams played, especially their defense. And Dan has made it across the field. All right, let's go down to Dan Brennan and Jeff Kelly.
We are down on the field with Coach Jeff Kelly after an eventful first half, and one I know you wanted to come away with some points down at that final drive.
Yeah, you know, it's first game of the season. Yeah, I don't think you're going to beat this team kicking field goals all night, you know, and so made a decision right there. As explosive as they are on offense, let's go for the touchdown. Had something we liked. We just didn't execute a play right there. But, you know, I thought, you know, we kind of settled in there after the start. There's really good defense over there. You know, Jameson is settling in right there, and we're really doing some good things in the passing game. We got to run the ball more consistent.
I thought your defense played well.
They really have. You know, they've done a really good job, you know, keeping Landon, you know, contained a little bit. We've done a good job outside on those receivers. We got to keep it up. It's a long night.
Coach, we'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Halftime, 7-6. Saraland leads. And we'll see how it goes in the second half. Right now, they're up by one.
Touchdown. 4th and 20. Jamison Roberts able to get it to A.J. Martin, 7-6. But the Aggie defense held strong at the end of the first half to keep it a 1-point game as we head to the half here on Friday Night Rivals. Jim Cox back here in Jackson, 7-6 our halftime score. Saraland on top. Aggies will get it back to start the second half, but let's send it down on the field now. Dan Brennan's down there with a very special guest.
I'm out of breath, but
oh yes, you're exactly right. We're so proud of these kids and the amount of work that they do. Is South Alabama football at its finest, and we just couldn't be more thrilled with the adversity that they worked through and come out here and perform like this. The weather's turned out very nice, not as hot as it might have been, and we're proud of our band and our cheerleaders and just our overall school. It's just a fantastic event.
Yeah, I'll walk away from this bragging on this evening for a long time. Also, you've got a player, a brother, playing in a football game tonight with the New York Jets.
Yes.
He was a young man that walked on at South Alabama, ended up in the Senior Bowl, and now we have two games that everybody's watching tonight, this one and the Jets.
Right. I mean, we're excited. We got a family.
It's Pritchard, right?
Yes. Just a family of football players here, just long generations. Jackson has such a storied history of football champions. I mean, we're just very proud to be part of it.
Talk about the school itself and the successes you see in the school academically.
Well, I've been here 4 weeks, and the first thing I see is that the students are committed. Our band and our cheerleaders and our overall student body. I met with a group of students yesterday that are just absolutely committed to the state report card and the ideas that we have, and it's just a pleasure to be here.
I guess Jackson has welcomed you with the Jackson Lake open arms that I experienced when I came up here tonight.
Their faculty and community is wonderful. It just absolutely bent over backwards to help us get acclimated and to install what we want to install in the school.
Very good. Well, best of luck to you, and good luck with the game tonight.
Thank you very much.
I think we're going to talk Saraland right now. Let everybody know who you are, young man.
I'm Scott Crowley, principal of Saraland High School.
Of course. Scott, good to see you. This is a heck of a football game. Two really, really good teams.
Yeah, to have this type of atmosphere 2 years in a row with these two types of programs, two types of communities, it's unlike anything that a lot of people ever get to experience, and we were fortunate enough to do it 2 years in a row.
It's almost like Jackson in 4A looking to find somebody for the opening week because, quite frankly, nobody really wants to play them. And Saraland, as good as you guys have been, quite frankly, a lot of people don't want to play you. So at least you found each other, and it's there's times when it's almost like looking in a mirror.
Yes, a lot of similarities between, again, fan bases, school makeup, things of that nature. We do reflect one another in that regard, and it's almost one of those deals where both of us really get to find out how good are we right out the gate. So, again, it's a great game for both programs.
I'll let you talk about the successes of the Saraland School District because there are so many, but it was kind of like you guys got off to a great start initially for years, and now you're well into establishing what has become known as one of the best school districts in the state of Alabama.
Well, it all starts with our community buy-in. We do consider our school system to be our hub of our community, and it's important to everybody, and it makes where everything is important to everyone, and again, everyone is vested, and they want to see us do well, and they want their kids to be a part of that, and it's just a very fortunate situation.
You get spent an hour home one way or the other. I guess it would be a lot sweeter if you could hang on to this win, huh?
Absolutely. It's going to be one of those you hate to see one lose type thing, because they're two great teams that's going to keep playing well into this season, and hopefully for both of us well into the postseason as well.
Thanks for spending time with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
7-6, Saraland leads at the break, and with that we will go to break on UTV 44.
The following segment is sponsored
by Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola.
Well, Coca-Cola United, again, is so excited to partner with Dr. Pepper and partner with you guys being able to bring this game back to the community. But from the start, Mr. Bellingraf started Coca-Cola here.
A little bit of rain starting to fall here at halftime in our Friday Night Rivals matchup between Saraland and Jackson, 7-6. As we always do at the half, we're able to enjoy a special interview from Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper.
The following segment is sponsored by Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola.
Well, Coca-Cola United, again, is so excited to partner with Dr. Pepper and partner with you guys being able to bring this game back to the community. But from the start, Mr. Bellingraf started Coca-Cola here in Mobile, the franchise, in 1902, and a lot of people don't know that. They don't connect the two. But he actually ran this facility to finance Bellingraf Gardens that he started up to give back to the community, to be involved. He ran it as a nonprofit organization to be able to finance that, and that's just in our DNA. That's how we started.
Halftime here at Legion Field in Jackson, and Saraland with a 7-6 lead. Jackson will get the ball back to start the second half. It is really coming down here now here at the half. Everybody's scrambling to stay dry, and each week at halftime we're going to learn about our Scholar Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Andrew Diesel and Automotive. And let's find out about our two here tonight.
Hi, I'm Andrew Zimmerman from Andrew's Diesel and Automotive Repair. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Friday Night Rival Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This week's Scholar Athletes are Gabrielle Howard of Jackson High School and Jordan Lewis of Saraland High School. On the field, Gabrielle's a member of Jackson High School's basketball and softball teams. She serves as the captain of the softball team and is an AHSAA South Softball All-Star nominee. She has also been part of the area championships in both basketball and softball. In the classroom, Gabrielle's ranked first in her class and has a weighted GPA of 4.0 and an unweighted GPA of 4.3. She's also an ACT Bronze Scholar, enrolled in AP Calculus, and is a member of the National Technical Honor Society. Gabrielle plans to attend the University of Alabama at Birmingham and major in biology. Back on the field, Jordan Lewis is a member of Saraland High School's soccer and swim teams. In 2024, he was named the Saraland soccer team MVP, was in the All-County Soccer Selection, and was nominated to the North-South All-Star Game. He also qualified for sectionals as a member of Saraland swim team and was named the 2025 Swimmer of the Year by the Oakwood Swim Club. In the classroom, Jordan is ranked 7th in his class and has a weighted GPA of 4.5 and an unweighted GPA of 4.0. He's part of several academic organizations, including the National Honor Society and the Technology Students Association. Jordan plans to attend the University of South Alabama and major in chemical engineering. Congratulations, Gabrielle Howard and Jordan Lewis. The Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete is sponsored by Andrews Diesel and Automotive Repair.
Halftime here in rainy Jackson. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, and I think we've got what we expected here tonight. I'm not sure expected this at the half. The change in the climate.
And suddenly we do have a good bit of rain. Thank goodness it was right around the time I got back to the press box.
I mean, I really think the only one who thinks that is you. Thanks goodness. As we see our highlights to open this up, we had big hits going early on there. Jamison Roberts got slammed down there by AJ Hayes, and both defenses playing well. Jeff alluded to that with you, and this was the first big play we really saw. It was the punt return up the near side. The great speed of Keegan Chapman set it up and then looked it on the ground here and really got such a pretty pass here on 3rd and 3.
Beauty.
Yep.
Juice on the other end.
Landon Duckworth with the touchdown throw, and that put them up 6-0. They missed the extra point, and Sarland came right back here and started marching the ball down the field, worked there with the drive, and then able to get it to Deshaun Spencer, and so they were looking to get it here, but that was knocked away. Keegan Chapman, but on 4th and 20, a rocket from Roberts able to find A.J. Martin. And the PAT was good to make it 7-6, but boy, Sarland going to hate those points they didn't get at the end of the half. We'll come back and start quarter number 3 on Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, week 1 of Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by Coca-Cola United. Dr. Pepper, as Jeff Kelly just stares through the raindrops down there, still thinking about that missed opportunity at the end of the half.
Yeah, and both these teams, they had the opportunity down there for sure, and they were able to churn up some yards, but not on the ground. In the first half, Jackson ran it 10 times for 20 rushing yards.
10 times for 20 yards. That's 2 yards a carry, right?
16 carries and 16 yards.
Wow.
But with Roberts coming alive in the passing game for Saraland, they did end up with 162 total yards. In the first half, Jackson, this exciting offense, less than 100 yards total offense.
Wow.
And that was before things got wet. We'll see what happens here in the second half, or if this shower is going to hang around a while.
Yes, Jackson's, big chunks of yards came on the special teams and the punt return.
Yep, good point.
And Saraland's defense has played really, really well, as has Jackson, especially when their back was against the wall there. Second and goal from the 5 and stopped them 3 straight times. And now Jackson will get it to start. It looks like, no, it's still coming down pretty good. It's maybe not as hard as it was, but Jim Cox and Dan Brennan both, with like rain gear in the vehicle, not up here with us.
I've got the umbrella.
Oh, you brought an umbrella with you?
Yeah, I got it.
Wow. Would you mind going down and getting my rain jacket in between the 3rd and the 4th?
I've already made my, during the half trip down to the field, it was confronted with many screaming babies, raindrops, and nachos. So I'm not going to do that again.
So got some smiles here tonight for folks on the Jackson sideline for sure, as they'll be smiling more if they can get themselves some points here on this drive and regain the lead. Jeff Kelly not smiling right now.
No, he's not. Friday's not a smile day.
No, it's until after the game. He's usually
There's a smile. They're kind of smiling a little bit. The McMurphy Orthodontics Smile Cam will make you want to smile at McMurphy Orthodontics.
I mean, if you can't smile in the rain, I don't know, when are you going to smile, right? So sometimes they blame TV for games going long, and we're like, hey, we're ready. We're standing around up here. We're just.
Wasn't us.
Yeah. Ready to get this one going here, and Saraland bring the kicking unit out here. Yeah, it'll be real field here, not turf. It's grass. It's pretty grass. It's meant like Coach Flournoy told us when you come to these, it smells like high school football. It smells like fresh cut grass. It's like a Kenny Chesney song, It's like
it's really a remarkable experience for us who've been doing this for so long, but very unique.
Hey, another big game going on, some people in Jackson are watching tonight, is the Jets preseason game, because Jamal Pritchett, who's the brother of Jamarian Gordon, of course, Pritchett started at Tuskegee and then he transferred down to South and had a big junior year. Then his senior year was just all Southern Sunbelt Conference, 91 catches, 9 TDs. Then went to the Senior Bowl, undrafted, but like Coach Flournoy said, I think he's going to make the team, going to stick as an undrafted free agent. He's a speedster for sure.
So Mama's watching 2 games at once, basically.
Yep. Jets had put 3 points on the board in the first half. And this one back to the 15-yard line, and Keegan Chapman, look at the speed here, and flag is up to the 40. That helmet got ripped off back there at the 31.
Wow. Is that a participation foul if your helmet comes off and you keep on playing?
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if it was like a face mask where it came, if it was pulled off. But it's up to the 40. Boy, how many touchdowns is Jackson going to score on kickoff and punt returns this year?
It's scary.
I mean, so it's going to be a penalty against Sarland. Yep, there's a legal participation. Didn't come off the field. He lost his helmet 15 yards, and so Jackson now up to the 45 to start things here.
It was Braxton Holly. He actually made the tackle. The Saraland defender who lost his helmet. You haven't run the ball well in the first half. Does that mean you try to run it here in the second half, or do you just say we're gonna ride on the arm of our quarterback?
How about your quarterback running it? Duckworth will get about 5 now. He loses his helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play. So he got drugged down by Harris.
You know, I don't really feel a lot of animosity between these two teams as much as just kind of respect.
I would agree. So Duckworth will come out for a play. He picked up a handful there on first down, and Jaquan Morris, the sophomore, will come in for a play at quarterback. And so Saraland's defense got to bow up here and got some work to do with this great field position for Jackson. And Jackson going to see if they can do what Saraland couldn't do when they started at the 49 late in the half. And Morris going to throw it right off the bench, and he's able to get it off to Decorus Jackson. Jackson stopped there by Tamadre Sewer.
Cut in half.
Bring up third down.
Watch this hit right at the waistline. You're going down, young man. Bang. On the thighs.
Sewer got him up high, and then another Spartan got him up down low. 3rd and 4 with Duckworth back in here at quarterback. Bryant, the running back with him. Oh, now 3rd and 4. Illegal substitution going to make this a 3rd and 9.
Do they have 12 on the field?
Yeah,
I think they did, Jim.
Okay.
Wow.
Pushes it back to the 43. We'll call it 3rd and 8 officially. Gladney to the bottom of the screen. 3 receivers up top, and Bryant next to Duckworth. Blitz coming. Dropped incomplete. Gladney couldn't hold on to it as Clifton was coming with the pressure. And they're 4th and 8 from the 43. And we'll see what Coach Flournoy does here.
They haven't really punted it. They pooch punt.
Yeah, they did one punt. It was that low line drive that actually rolled pretty well, but Duckworth has done the pooch punt each time, and now there was a movement. Yeah, in the slot. Desmond Hill jumped, and so now it's going to be 4th and 13. He just made the regular punt team out of this one, right?
Yeah, their sloppy plays really costing with all the great field position they had to start this half.
Yeah, 2 pre-snap penalties.
Yeah.
Jamarian Gordon was the punter, and that was, again, just a really low one. And Duckworth is just doing a quick kick, but he... It was a really low kick, and there's E.J. Crowell. We talked about the young man who was suspended for tonight's game. And best running backs in the nation, and they're going to go for it here. Pulling it down, looking to scramble. Duckworth looking, just going to heave it down toward the end zone, and diving incomplete. I think you're almost hoping there you'd rather have an interception back there than an incompletion.
Yep. Yeah.
4th and 13 from the 48. You go for it.
Just out of reach, and not by much either. Watch where this ball lands. Yeah, not much. He almost had a touchdown. That's the kind of play he can make.
So now Sarland will get it with great field position.
Yeah, that offense started to come together in the second quarter. They got 7. They think they probably should have ended up with 14 before the half was over. They really started to move the ball in the second period.
Yeah. Might be our bus stop of the game right there at the end of the first half.
Yep.
Jamison Roberts fires it out, and unable to hold on to that one is Deshaun Spencer. Even if the rain is, I think the rain has definitely let up, but the football is going to be wet every time you touch it now from here on out.
I think that, he didn't have those kind of drops in the first half. I think the rain's played a role already right here. It I guess, kind of poured at halftime a little bit.
It was coming down, but now it doesn't look like it's coming.
I'm looking at radar, and I don't see anything.
I'm looking at the stairs in front of me and don't see anything, Mr. Technology. P.J. Brown hit, and he'll lose 2. Now 3rd and long coming up for the Spartans. Third and 11 for Saraland is Demetrius Wilson. Country.
Country. Yeah, I just love these nicknames up here. Country Wilson.
6'3", 290, 18 tackles for a loss. He's got lots of offers as well. 18 tackles as a loss, not tonight as a junior. Jamison Roberts throws that one behind Spencer, who makes the catch. He'll get a couple, but that'll bring up 4th down, and we'll see. Jeff Kelly just decides to try to pin. He will just try to pin Jackson back down deep.
I think that's the thing to do, Jim.
For sure.
Their defense has played really well tonight. Jackson has had no running game at all. We've got a second half now played in different conditions than the first half.
Chunk plays not a lot to be found. Keegan Chapman is back there along with Jamarian Gordon. You really don't like giving them any extra touches if you can help it. And Chapman lets this one bounce. Saraland will down it at the 14. 38-yard punt, and Jackson will be backed up deep as they get it back. 5 minutes gone by in the third. 7-6. Saraland on top on Friday Night Rivals.
UTV 44, Friday Night Rivals, and you want to stay tuned. Later in tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. Paid for by NHTSA.
Stopped 3 times between a house and Highway 31 on the way here today.
You're in the old Spanish Fort school zone, huh?
That's what you do. Just patiently wait.
That's right.
That's all you do.
Well, I know the amount of incredible patience Scott has given you was not a challenge at the time, I'm sure.
Oh, week 1, I'm being mocked in the 5 minutes into the third by my partner. Nowhere to go for Bryant there as Quinterio Scott, the junior, swallowed him up on first down.
Defensive fronts played really well. Would it be a different game if Kroll was in there? I'd have to say more than likely.
I mean, just you take out just, like we said, one of the best backs in the country. Saraland's front seven has really played well here tonight, and Duckworth now on 2nd and 7. Ooh, snap goes right through his hands. Ball is loose and able to get in there. Recovered. Braden Clifton, did he get it? Boy, that young man has played so well here tonight. Are they going to say that Duckworth was able to hold position? They are going to say that Duckworth, big, strong.
Was it kind of a tie, Jim? What did you see here?
Yeah,
how well has Clifton played?
Yeah, I thought he had it at that point, but then, shoot. Again, we've seen that twice here tonight where Duckworth just not expecting the snap.
Yep.
And now they are pinned all the way back.
Now that punt looks like a good decision.
Thinking about this 7, so.
Communication problems with Duckworth trying to get the play in here. I don't know what kind of play you can run here that's going to actually bail you out.
3rd and 17 from the end zone. And Duckworth, boy, if he can get out to the right side, but he fires it off, and it's going to be complete. Just a little. We're going to see, where do they mark Gordon? Is he going to have? He's right at the sticks. Gordon saying, I got it. He's going to. Looks like it's going to be just a touch short. Maybe. I thought he was going to take off. He had a lot of room out there. Instead, just fires it off. Ooh.
Yeah, I think his momentum carried him. Oh, they're going to get the first down. Wow. Okay.
3rd and 17, backed up, and they get the Root Doctors first down.
That's when you need an all-state quarterback along with an all-state receiver.
Great. We'll get our heat time out here halfway through quarter number 3. Big conversion there on 3rd down for the Aggies. They trail at 7-6 here on Friday Night Rivals. .39 left here in the 3rd. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan. Jackson scored first. Midway through the 2nd, Saraland answered back 7-6. Jackson stopped him on 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal, and 4th and goal from the 5 at the end of the half. And then Jackson was just pinned up back to their 7 and completed a 3rd and long up to the 24-yard line on 3rd and 17. They got it, and Duckworth able to come to Gladney, and Gladney up to the 30. He'll get a handful there on 1st down before Pugh brings him down. Such a big conversion there. You're not punting out of your own end zone.
Yeah.
Keeping the ball.
And they haven't punted it well, so there's no telling where Saraland would have got that ball.
Correct. And how about the how close it was, and Duckworth with the big strong hands to get that fumble back and prevent it from being a turnover inside the 5.
Jackson living a little bit on borrowed time tonight, you know, with the Saraland drives we've seen, the fumble that looked like they were going to get.
2nd and 4 inside 5 here in the 3rd. Duckworth with pressure, and they're going to wrap him up. He tried to dump it all. The ball is loose back inside the 20 as it was Braden Clifton again. And they're going to say it's incomplete, or they're going to say
A fumble.
I think you say it's a fumble. Clifton was there, and
oh, that's a fumble.
Yeah,
that is a fumble.
Tried to make a spectacular play to get it off to Desmond Hill, and now backed up way long again. So now we're battling some fog here on the windows. We got it at the 16. So this is going to be about 3rd and 18. And now flag. Not sure they got that one off.
Having a lot of trouble getting that play in, and it's,
you know, probably not used to being a lot of 3rd and 16s, a lot of 3rd and super longs here.
yeah, I mean, they scored 69 in the state championship game a year ago. They're not used to what Saraland is presenting them with.
3rd and 23. Duckworth wants to air it out to the near side, looking to get it off to the big target. Keon Red Chapman, and good coverage down there, incomplete. As Lewardrick Jones was running step for step with him, and that again just shows you a little bit of the arm strength there of Duckworth.
The arm strength was great, but how about being the corner and being playing it right, being in phase, kind of a box out a little bit.
Yep. How about our photog down there on the sidelines? I think that's Garrett getting that great shot with the ball coming right at you. So now they will bring Jamarian Gordon on to punt from the end zone, and Deshaun Spencer will stand about his own, about the Jackson 40. Pressure coming. Low line drive kick gets out of bounds at about the 38. They're going to give it a bounce across the 40. Yep, they're going to say up to the 40.
I think that was
42-yard line.
Best result they could have got out of all that, because of it. First of all, it's nearly blocked, and then you've got Spencer back there, could be a real threat.
Yeah.
So let's put the ball down at the 42. See if Jackson can get their defense together and keep Saraland from threatening any more scores here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the field's definitely been tilted since the Aggies scored to take the 6-0 lead. Saraland's had good field position. Didn't capitalize. Can they do it here? Inside give, a little bobble there, and Jakari Harris is a bit of a high snap, and what you were talking about there, Dan, is A.J. Hayes puts a big hit on Deshaun Spencer and then helps lift him off the ground after the big stick.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that tonight. Now you've got a Saraland player down. I don't know if this is cramps or something more. Oh, it's Harris.
Yeah, he just went
at the ball.
I think it is a cramp at him, because he got up like he was fine and then went down. So we'll take a break. Still 7-6 Saraland here on Friday Night Rivals. Inside 3 minutes to go here. Everybody's saying biggest game of the state taking place in Jackson. We believed them. That's why we're here. 20 in a row on the regular season winning streak for Saraland, and they're at 2nd and 9 here. Roberts delivers that one high, intercepted. fired it over the head of his intended receiver, and it gets picked off. Jaquil Armstrong had 4 picks last year as a junior and gets one here tonight, and there's a flag. Probably going to be a dead ball foul for a celebration after the INT, and I think that's what his coach is talking to him about right here, is it was just thrown over the head of Trey Turner. The pressure was coming on Roberts there.
Yeah, so Roberts actually did one good thing. He hung in the pocket. He was going to absorb a hit, but he found his receiver. The pressure just sped him up, and he overthrew it.
The first turnover tonight. Right?
I believe it is.
And the unsportsmanlike penalty for spinning the football will back him up half the distance.
Well, they lived in that neighborhood the whole second half.
Yep.
And if you're Saraland right now, Jim, the way your defense is playing, I think you're again attacking. You're looking.
Yep.
You're looking to get the turnover.
You know, you saw Jakara Harris limp off there with the cramps. He made a good point over in the break. Said, boy, they would have loved him to chew up some north-south yardage there on that drive.
But, you know, give credit to Jackson. He hasn't done it yet.
Yep.
Wow.
We'll get it out to the 12. Bring up 1st and 5. A little more breathing room.
I'm really surprised how Saraland's defense has been able to shut Jackson down to this point. I mean, just... And, of course, Crowell, the star running back, is not there, but a lot of these guys are also stars.
Yeah.
And
still playing against one of the top quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah.
Speaking of the top running quarterbacks in the country, he'll keep it. He'll sprint up the right side and out of bounds for his biggest run of the night. Landon Duckworth across the 35.
Plowed into a Saraland player in the bench area, by the way.
There's just no room.
No, it is so tight over there. I mean, you can hear a conversation in the front row behind you.
Oh. Wow. Now, 15-yard flag against Saraland's bench, and Jeff Kelly is trying an explanation over there. It's 2 costly penalties on this drive against Saraland so far that really kind of has helped bail Jackson out.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was talking about the other, you know, looking at it the other way, like they had Jackson pinned back.
Yeah. But then Duckworth with the big run and up to the 41. Jackson goes in motion. Now Duckworth comes back to the near side, and the ball is loose. It's an incomplete, broken up there again. Braden Clifton.
How well does he play?
Yeah, so good. You know, they keep trying to get it to Red Chapman, number 6, the big 6'5" North Carolina commit. And really hasn't been much of a factor so far here tonight. Second and 10.
You know, all the stars on the field, and Saraland has been the beneficiary of the work being done by Clifton, who's 5'10", 175.
Yeah, now they're going to bring Keegan Chapman, his twin brother, in the corner. And he lines up at wide out, and there's a flag before the start of this one as they give it off to Bryant with not much going on there. I think this one would be pre-snap against Jackson.
Got illegal formation on the offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
So they take the no gain. And so you wonder, you know, you get a cornerback who comes and lines up a wide receiver. You wonder if he didn't get on or off the line over there on the far side. And Saraland declines the penalty to bring up 3rd down. UMS leading St. Paul's 21-14 at the start of the 4th quarter. To the quick snap to the right side. He's got to complete for the first down and more inside the 40. Jamarian Gordon has got the touchdown here tonight.
I'm watching some plays, and it feels like we're watching a college game.
Yeah.
Look at the execution. The throw, the quick slant, the talent, the effort.
Roof Doctor's first down, and now Jackson started this one back inside their own 10, marching all the way up now to the Saraland 36 with a minute and a half to go here in the third. A scoreless third quarter so far. Bryant takes the handoff and gets a few before he's brought down about the 30, give him 5. They'll bring up second down and 5 here for the Aggies, and now they're getting a little momentum going on the offensive side of the ball for the first time sustained tonight since that drive they scored the touchdown.
Yeah, great blocking by line in motion, and they just knocked Saraland back. One of the few plays who were able to do that so far tonight. Under a minute to go in the third period. What a game.
Give him 6, officially called 2nd and 4, and now Duckworth on the left side, and he'll be stopped short of the first down. And see if Jackson wants to snap another one, or probably just let the clock run down here and head to the 4th. So now they'll let it go. So we'll get ready to go to the 4th quarter. But before we get there, Dan Brennan?
Yeah. Closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future. We roll into the 4th quarter.
7-6 Saraland with the lead, but Jackson on the move. We'll come back for the final quarter. Maybe we'll have more football coming up after this. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan here at Legion Field in Jackson for this big non-region matchup to start the season for the Jackson Aggies and the Saraland Spartans. And Jackson on 3rd and 1. They're not going to get the first down. The ball came out.
Is that Clifton again?
And the officials are having a little conference, and it is going to go to the Spartans. The first turnover for Jackson tonight. Braden Clifton. The ball is stripped out. I think Jakari Harris may be the one who pulled it out, and Clifton, who has been all over the field tonight,
really has
for Saraland. The only non-returning linebacker to the starting here tonight. They got 3 starters coming back, and he has played great.
Yeah, and these defenses have played great. Jackson's got 161 total yards. Saraland 167. That's rushing and throwing. 167.
Last year's game, 817 yards combined offense, these two teams.
Wow.
Roberts comes up short on that one, trying to get it to Deshaun Spencer after the turnover. So Saraland turns it over with an interception. Jackson's on the move in 3rd and 1, and Duckworth has it pulled away. And now Saraland's got it back early in the 4th. You know, this is week 1, Dan Brennan, but it sure kind of feels like both these teams could play 15 games this year. They could be playing for the state championship with their respective classifications. Roberts spins away, and for the first time tonight gets it off to the big tight end, Cy Bird. So Bird is big and physical, but he's got great ball skills. He gets his first catch of the night.
Yeah, he blocks and then sneaks out. I feel Spencer on this 3rd down.
Yep. 6'2", 205 for Bird, and you can imagine he'll be a bigger part of this offense as it goes on the line of Spencer out wide. Nobles lined up with a little H-back.
Pressure.
Roberts rolls out with pressure and sails that one high, and that was the pressure that was coming on to cause that. Wisenhut was there, and a quick 3 and out after the turnover.
These defenses have done a really good job of making these quarterbacks uncomfortable. And Jackson's going to get the ball back after fumbling it away. After, I think you would say, their best drive of the 2nd half.
For sure.
Just a 1-point game.
Yeah, Jackson now, they've had both Gordon and Chapman back to receive, and now they'll put just Chapman back there. And Evans with a not good punt at all. Wow. It's going to take a little roll and go up to the 46. But that is going to be about a 13-yard punt.
Wow. Seems like when Duckworth wants to get something going, they run a few quarterback powers where he just follows the blocks.
Certainly seen that more in the 2nd half. So we got our smile cam coming back at us from McMurphy Orthodontics.
Yeah.
What will they make you do, Dan Brennan?
Make you smile.
Yeah. If you're not smiling watching this game tonight, you don't enjoy high school football. Now the ball's loose on the ground again. And a wrestling match.
Tell me that's not him again.
And Saraland comes away with the football, and again it's Braden Clifton.
How many Braden Cliftons are out there?
So on the exchange, and he almost had 3 as Landon Duckworth out-wrestled him in the 2nd quarter, but he's got 2 here in the 2nd half. So now we've seen 3 straight turnovers after not seeing any in the first 3 quarters.
And if Jeff Kelly could rally his guys together, he would say something to the effect of, okay, this time we got to score. We got to get points out of this field position.
P.J. Brown in the backfield, and Roberts gets it off on the far side, and he's got Deshaun Spencer. So now, 2 turnovers and a missed extra point. Things you just start to think about. I was like, what ends up being the difference maker in a game like this?
You know, I'm looking at this team, Jackson team, and both teams so good defensively and so fast defensively. Maybe something misdirection. Maybe something where you get Jackson moving one way. I haven't seen that tonight.
Oh, you're right. 2nd and 5, and now Roberts going to keep it, and Jamison Roberts now does some dancing on his own, and he's up the right side and thought he was going to maybe be able to break that last one, but he's going to have another Saraland first down.
4.2 in the classroom, this guy, right?
Yep.
Wow. And watch him on the football field.
Didn't look like his 40 speed was all that far from his GPA.
Not so bad, huh? And fired up, too. This has been, what a contested game from the start.
Moves it up to the 30. And pre-snap penalty here. And start seeing a little more of this as the game goes on. You wonder a little bit like players get a little tired. It's certainly hot, muggy night, and you start to see a little more of those mental mistakes on the pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, and the players getting tired and so forth and so on. And this is, if you are Saraland, you'd really like to be able to run the ball right here, but you don't have one of your best weapons, Jakari Harris. I don't believe he's returned since he got that.
We haven't seen him on offense. He was out. I think he was out there on defense.
He was out there, okay. They've done a lot of these quick passes, the old extension of the running game stuff. They've done a lot of that tonight.
Roberts going to keep it himself. Now he decides to dump it off, and he's able to get it off to Eddie Turner. And Turner makes a move inside the 20, and he's got another Saraland first down as he's in the Coca-Cola red zone.
He just didn't look. He didn't like what he saw. Watch this. He's like, I don't think so. Goodbye. That was pretty much on his own, and he finds Turner out in the flat, who makes a good move to get 5 extra yards. Good play by Roberts. Not scripted that way, but it worked out.
Deepest Saraland has been in Jackson territory all night. They're at the 18. A quick one on the inside to Sean Spencer. Touchdown, Spartans.
That's the guy. That's the guy right there. Get it to him. Love him.
Arshler Middle Calvert touchdown for the Spartans. And Saraland extends their lead. What a drive.
Yeah, kind of a pick play, too, on the outside.
Arshler Middle Calvert. Apply now at ArshlerMiddleCalvertJobs.com. And a big PAT here, Garrison Little. And it's good. There was a delay from the official there, so now it's 14-6. Take advantage of the turnover. Turnover, and the third one, Saraland goes down and scores. And you were right, you kind of got the feeling there, like you said, Jeff Kelly was going to say, like, guys, we got to score. We keep getting these turnovers, got to score. So 14-6, Saraland on top. A lot of football left here in Jackson. Saraland takes advantage of the fumble and built their lead up to 14-6 now, 9:44 to go. And now Saraland's going to be offside on the kick here.
Not like them. Just not like them.
Yeah, I would guess Look, but maybe last time Jackson trailed in the game was week 1 last year against Saraland.
Probably so.
I'm not sure they trailed much during their season.
No, you look at all those games. They won in an average. I mean, St. Michael's might have been one of the closer games, and that might have been 20 points.
13-3. They beat. Was it 13-3? I think they beat Baker. That was a close one in 7A.
We saw Baker down at Foley. They had plenty of talent on that team.
We'll see Baker and Daphne a little bit later on in the schedule.
Theodore visits the fort next week. Is that what we have?
I believe that is indeed where we are. Spanish Fort with the win last night over Fairhope. Theodore in action tonight. Keegan Chapman and Red Chapman back there, and this is Keegan, the 2 twin brothers, and now Keegan wants to reverse field. He's going to go all the way back down inside his 5, still on his feet, driven back and into the end zone. Are they getting forward progress to the 1? Yes. Wow. Keegan Chapman really trying to make something happen here and goes nothing but backwards, and Saraland drives Jackson all the way back. You can't do this against a 6'8" team, right, Dan Brennan?
No, and they are exceptional athletes, but he overdid it there. He overplayed his hand, and now they are. This is a team that's really had trouble moving it. They've turned it over a few times during the second half, and where do they find themselves now? Somewhere way back inside their own.
Inside the 1.
Huh.
You said they've really not been able to run the ball here tonight, and so now they've been pinned back a bunch here in the second half.
Yeah, now you can't afford to give an inch here. You can't, or you give up 2 plus the possession. See how conservative they are here.
Duckworth rolls out to the right, fires it off, able to get that one complete and going to get a little bit of room. Is able to get it to Isaiah Gladney.
It's like you think not much happened on that play. A lot happened on that play.
And they got a first down to the 11.
Yeah, he was able to escape. Watch this. Fine. Gladney threw against his body. They would say, don't do it. Well, he did it. And they got a first down.
And now just some more breathing room out to the 11 as we're at 9 minutes to go. Pressure coming. Duckworth with a stiff arm rolls to the right and throws incomplete. As B.J. McLaughlin was in there putting the heat on, and Duckworth just never looks rattled. Like never looks rattled with the pressure coming on him. He slides away, and St. Paul's has come back and tied UMS 21-21 with 3.5 to go. Of course, it's the first game without Terry Curtis at the helm at UMS.
Battle of Old Shell, which would have been about 11 minutes from where I live, but I'm glad we came the hour.
Inside give, and Bryant nowhere really to go there against the interior. That Saraland defense. Braden Clifton in on a tackle. Jeremiah McKenzie in to run the ball in there, linebacker. I think they did. I think they brought a little bigger package there. McKenzie a little bigger than Bryant. 3rd and 7. Indeed, it is McKenzie. Duckworth looking at the right, jumping up and with his arms, and he falls down at the 20. It was Gladney trying to get Duckworth's attention, jumping up, and Duckworth didn't see him. It's going to be a 4th down.
It's only one score game, Jim. Do you go for it here?
4th and about a yard.
Punt it away. Let your defense try to get the ball back.
Punting's been a bit of a challenge. Now, what you don't want to do is have to use a timeout this early in the 4th with play clock down to 10, or do you just quick kick it like Duckworth has been doing?
Got to snap it.
I think they're going to have to take their time out. I really hate to use one here, but this pivotal point in the game. So want to make sure you have exactly what you
is the school bus stop of the game, presented by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
The Jackson Aggies stop of the game. So, yeah, the two turnovers, the back-to-back turnovers, are defensive stop of the game, brought to you by.
Yeah. Defensive stop of the game has been brought to you by NHTSA. School bus stops. Of course, when you see that school bus and it stops, got that stop arm out, and the red lights are flashing, not stopping, but trying to beat the stop, and that arm puts lives at risk. It can result in large fines, points, or your license.
4th and 1, here we go. Give on the inside, ball comes loose again, it's loose and it's picked up by the Spartans. 4th and 1, they get the stop and the turnover. McLaughlin, I think, was there. They were gonna get the first down, but the linebacker they brought over to run the ball the last 2 times, McKenzie, let's watch here. So he's got the first down there, and the ball gets knocked free.
Wow.
I think it's Derek Durgan, maybe, who ended up with it. 3 turnovers here in the 4th for Jackson. So Saraland now in spectacular fashion with Jakari Harris back in there. No, that was Deshaun Spencer.
Yeah, that was Spencer. Once he lined up in the backfield, I had no doubt they were going to hand it to him. He made a quick move, Jim. He jutted left when the play was not supposed to go that way, and he found himself nearly down the sidelines.
So now Saraland in zero hurry to snap the ball. P.J. Brown in the backfield. We're inside 7 minutes to go. Roberts looking to throw, looking for Spencer on the near side, and good coverage over there was Keegan Chapman. Now bring up 3rd down and 7.
I'm sure they like that one-on-one, but clock stops, and there's a little bit of risk involved in that throw to the corner.
Yeah, we got a flag. An eligible man downfield. That was such a fast developing play.
How in the world did that happen? Well, it's not the shootout some of us thought it might be.
Yeah, I'm not sure either one of these teams are going to be in a lot of shootouts. I mean, they both score a lot of points, but defensively, I'm not sure a lot of teams are going to score a lot of points at either one of these teams.
I'm with you.
So 2nd and 12. Roberts again looking to pass, fires it in the inside, and he's got Deshaun Spencer. What a weapon he's going to be, again, committed to Duke right now, but saying that Auburn has a big interest as well. It's going to be a little short of the first down, but
tremendous player.
Yeah, 3rd down, they pick up 9 to bring up 3rd and 3 from the 11. See if the officials, what they might call for the heat timeout here, but we're going to go another play in Saraland. Now we got Jakari Harris in the backfield.
Yeah, you're going to see power now.
give it to him on the right side, and he's going to be driven back, and he's going to be short for the first down. Jaquel Armstrong, safety, came up there to make the stop, and they're going to take their heat timeout now. So it'll be fourth down coming up, 5:41 to go. Fourth and about 2 for Saraland. 14-6 inside 6 minutes to go. It's a good one here tonight at Legion Field. Saraland and Jackson on Friday Night Rivals.
Friday Night Rivals sponsored by ArcelorMittal Calvert. You can apply now at ArcelorMittalCalvertJobs.com. And by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Speaking of stops, Saraland's got they got to score here. Jackson gets another stop after all these turnovers. Suddenly, it's still just a one-score game.
Playing with fire.
Smoking in the dynamite shed, as someone once said.
Yeah, well, you say it all the time.
So we're going to go for the field goal. Garrison Little.
How about this?
A 26-yarder.
What did we see in warm-ups from this guy?
From the right hash. And the kick is good.
How about that?
17-6. What a kick. Pressure kick for that young man. And Saraland has the lead with 5:36 left.
Well, now at this point, Jackson's going to leave it all on the field. They're going to, there'll be no fourth down where they punt. They've had such trouble generating any kind of points in this game.
And 3 turnovers, like just all in succession. What you just wouldn't expect happening.
And there was others that could have happened.
Sure. And so now Saraland's defense just going to have to keep playing the way they've played all night, giving up just the 1 touchdown in the second quarter. The Aggies will try to get the offense going again here, but where they have been really dangerous is when you put the hands in one of those 2 receivers back there, one of the returners, the twin brothers.
Yep.
Keegan Chapman and Kean Chapman. Twin brothers, one's 6'5", one's 5'11".
And that's something. It's been the run game. 22 rushes for 40 yards for Jackson. That's it. No Crowell, no rushing game.
Yep.
That suspension's really hurt him.
And Little angles this one to the right side, and this time it's Keegan Chapman, and who had the big miscue on the last return, and gets out across the 30 on that one. Yeah, so he runs all the way back and inside the 1. They moved it out, and then they turned it over on 4th and 1. And Saraland came over with 3 points, and now Jackson with 5:28 left. They got 2 timeouts, and they're down 11. So you got to get, they're thinking 2 touchdowns. They're not thinking a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal to tie. They're thinking 2 touchdowns to get back on top in this one. It's 17 unanswered by Saraland since the midway point of the second quarter.
Well, what's done is done. As far as the rush game now, this is what we're going to see. A lot of widespread formations and finding somebody.
Duckworth dumps it to Bryant out of the backfield, and Bryant made the first man miss, but got up to the 37-yard line.
Everything's going to have to be rushed too, Jim. Let's see if they respond in that way with it.
Yeah, you almost put like a little. You can kind of see this team like if they go like quick no huddle, like that might be just really to their advantage. It could be with the playmakers they have.
Agree.
They're
trying to get the play from the sideline again.
Yep. Keegan Chapman to the bottom of the screen, trying to go deep, and he made a man miss, but wide over the middle of the field. It's incomplete as he was trying to get Decorius Jackson, the sophomore, but Jackson slipped down, and boy, Duckworth could have gotten a look at Keegan Chapman up the near sideline. He made a move and was able to get behind Jaden Sullivan.
See, Gladney is right near this ball as well. Number 8. Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yep.
Gosh.
Gladney made the winning shot in their second state championship. And there's, that's a big loss on defense for Harris going out with the cramps.
Yeah.
UMS and St. Paul's headed to overtime.
Wow.
Still glad we're in Jackson, right? And nothing against that game. I'm just super excited to have been up here.
That's quite spicy right there. Brand new coach after all the years of Terry Curtis.
Yep. I sent Terry a little text this morning and said, I said, thinking about you while I'm studying, not in a sad way you're not doing it, but just all the great times we had together and how big a part of high school football on TV you were. And he said, it's been a tough day for sure, but he said so many fond memories coming back. But I mean, it's all he's known on Friday nights, and not just even as a head coach, his assistant coach all that long, a player, and a legend. And
Friday nights meant one thing, the ball.
3rd and 6. Duckworth over the middle, able to get the sophomore Jackson, and Jackson inside the 30 up to the 29-yard line.
Just like that, Jim, down to the 30. Big play off the arm of Duckworth. He has time, no pressure.
Yeah, they drop 8.
Boy, it's too easy for him when he's not pressured.
Yeah, 27. Duckworth looking for the corner, and he's trying to get the advantage there as Jones was matched up against Chapman, but 6'5", you like to toss it up for your North Carolina commit who had 15 touchdowns last year. It's incomplete, and you stop the clock, so you're happy with that. Bring up 2nd and 10. Yeah, you love the shot to.
No kidding. One-on-one into the corner with a receiver like that. So, still 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, we don't see Jamarian Gordon out there, who had the touchdown pass from this exact spot, the 27, in the first half.
Think Jackson moved.
Second and 15. The Jackson fans in front of us not agreeing with that call.
So after that brief downpour in the at around halftime, it's been
now there's not a puff of air moving.
No, been a nice night.
Duckworth brings Gladney in motion, and the play clock. Now we're going to get legal procedure again, and they're going to go back 5 more yards.
Wow.
2nd and 20. Back to the 37.
Anxious home side that we're on right now. Jackson fans hoping for something big.
Duckworth with pressure coming. from the backside, gets away from him, heaves it out of bounds. Ooh, I thought it was fairly sure it was out of bounds, but it kind of hugged the sideline there. They'll bring up 3rd and 20. But as Dan said, clearly 2 down territory here. Wardrick Jones, returning starter back there for Saraland, has done a good job going up against the 6'5" Chapman.
Been good all night.
Not reset the play clock. Now they do. So 3rd and 20. Duckworth looking in the middle, escapes out to his right. Now Duckworth will pull it down. There's a flag coming back. Duckworth still on his feet, puts a big blow on and gets down to the 15. But see where this one's coming back. I think it's going to be a blindside. Maybe a blindside hit, no, just a hold.
Yeah, it was on the edge, Jim, and it's I don't know. I watched the whole thing happen, and I couldn't flat out say that.
Got holding on the offense.
What you had
10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
You had a defensive player
3rd down.
making his case right here. You can see.
Yep.
And
that was Pat Buford.
Yeah.
And Cody Flournoy slung his hat more than the distance of that penalty after the call came up.
Yeah, it was. I guess it was legit, but the
Buford sold it in a big way.
Buford sold it,
which is also part of gamesmanship, right?
Yeah.
So
sales is a big part of life.
Yeah. 3rd and 31, all the way back to the 48. Duckworth steps up, heaves it with a big arm again, looking for Chapman, and it's intercepted. Intercepted and coming out of the end zone. Trey Turner comes up with a pick, the 4th turnover tonight for Jackson, and that just might do it. He'll fall Duckworth on that one. I mean, 3rd and forever. You're just trying to get something going here.
You're throwing to a great player, and he almost makes a play, but wow, the play was made in front of him.
Yep. Turner
That's
came
an
over.
Outstanding play.
Yep. Turner plays both ways, some wide receiver plays on that side as well, and then got out of the end zone to avoid the safety once he started to return it, but it's out to the 2. But the penalties are what the penalties are what put that there.
By the way, closed captioning for tonight's game is exclusively sponsored by SA Recycling. Cleaner communities, stronger future.
So now you're Saraland. You just love to at least get 2 first downs, give yourself some room, get out of the end zone here with the give. And Deshaun Spencer could have way more than that. Spencer out to the 28-yard line, rips off 26 and a first down, and that sends some Jackson fans down the stairs toward their cars. That first down just.
They still had a shot.
Yep.
More than one score game now, 17-6, but they only, they didn't get the first down. They got plenty. They got about 30 on that play.
I really, again, this is 4A going against 6A. I mean, the disparity, some people pronounce it, how do they pronounce it? now you're like, all right, you're on this list.
Now I'm mixed up.
The difference in size of the school is just huge.
In this case, it is because of Jackson being one of the smaller 4A schools.
Pre-snap.
Timeout, Saraland.
Oh, Saraland took the timeout before the penalty there. So we're down to 2:59. So Saraland. I think a lot of people in Jackson, they were super excited about this game, but I think a lot of the Jackson fans, which you would understand why, they were like, okay, they got us down there last year at their place. Now,
yeah, we'll get them. We're going to get them.
Get them up here. And
what did the lady say at the Dollar General?
I did have. It was funny. I had a quick quick run in here on the way to the store to pick up a supply, and lady in front of me had big, beautiful football earrings on, and I said, "What's the score going to be tonight?" She said, "I don't know, maybe 36-0." Then she said, "Yeah, maybe 36-12." And then she's like, "Maybe we just beat him by a touchdown. I'd be happy with that."
You're talking about Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't stop at the Dollar General at Saraland on the way
Well,
up
I'm
here.
just saying.
She
was a Jackson fan.
For sure. So, 1st and 10 from the 29. And Roberts, I like the way he's played here in the second half. He's had the one interception, but
yeah, he's been good.
Yep.
Wow.
U.J. Brown and just blowing in was Donovan Bozeman.
Bozeman's been really good off the edge all night. Big, rangy kid.
6'6", 220.
Saraland's rushing for 63 yards, including the big run we just had from Spencer. So, neither team's been able to run the ball. Saraland's going to try to do it a couple more times here and run this thing out, but simply not what they've been able to do all night. That run by Spencer a couple of plays ago, definitely the exception to the rule.
Going to have to hurry. Play clock's at 2. They just get it off, and straight ahead goes Brown up to the 30. Got back the original line of scrimmage here, and see if Jackson takes one of their timeouts. They're not going to. They have 2 left. So we'll bring up 3rd and about 9. They're going to snap this ball. It's going to be down near a minute and a half. It's Saraland just burning this clock down here. Roberts fires on the far side, able to get it complete off to Spencer, but now Saraland will have to punt as Jackson will take their second timeout with 1:17. Left, and but you do think a little bit. You got the punt. If you're Jeff Kelly, do you tell your punter just punt it out of bounds on the sideline? Just try to put it out of bounds without putting it in the hands of one of these returners.
That might not be a bad idea unless you just have enough faith in your special teams to play sound, and they've got some burners.
So Saraland, a minute 17 away from running their consecutive regular season winning streak to 21.
Team
games.
win.
Yep, for sure. For sure. And starkly different game from the game last year between these two teams that was quite the shootout at 35-27. Now Jaquil Armstrong is back to return the punt. And much better kick this time by Blair Evans, and Armstrong drops it. And I think Saraland is going to come up with the football again at the 39-yard line.
I think that's the big defensive end there. Came up with that one on the special teams, Blair Evans.
He was the punter. Evans was the punter. Who's at the bottom of the pile there? Was it the punter? Was Evans the first one down there to get it?
I think so.
Wow. So, but they had
pretty unusual.
They had Jaquil Armstrong back there returning as we had.
I can't imagine it was if it's punted and then made the.
I mean, the hang time was good, but it wasn't. Was it that good?
I don't know.
So
the punter's supposed to hang around to play safety on that play.
5 turnovers now tonight for Jackson.
Yeah. Second half.
Yep, you're right. All in the second half, and Saraland is just going to be able to run this one out. Jackson just one timeout left. Roberts will take a knee. What a win for that young quarterback.
He's just going to get better and better. You watch this offense as it goes along. That kid's looking good.
Yep, and Cody Flournoy not going to take his last time out, so he'll just have to get this one under 25 seconds. They can snap it, and that'll do it. And Saraland going to get a most impressive win here tonight. And that'll do it.
Not a perfect game, but certainly an entertaining game and a very competitive game.
And Jackson, don't let this one fool you. So that without their everything running back,
right?
They're playing a 6A team.
Yep.
Don't
not just a 6A team.
Yeah, powerhouse.
Yeah.
One of the best programs in 6A. So don't let this cast too much of a image of what you think this team is. So Saraland gets the victory here tonight on the road, 17-6. Snaps a 17-game home winning streak here at home for Jackson. And we'll come back for a post-game show after this on Friday Night Rivals. Impressive win for Saraland here tonight over Jackson, 17-6. They get the win on the road. These two teams have matched up first week each of the last two seasons. Saraland won them both, and again, it just take nothing away from this Jackson team. They're again without their everything running back, commit to Bama. He got suspended, and you just hated to see that young man not in the game here tonight. It just would have been a different game to watch with him on the field, as running yards were very precious for both teams. But you play with who's able to be on the field, and Saraland gets the win here tonight. And I know Jeff Kelly was expecting this to be a tough matchup, but he was also the one this summer saying, hey, this is really a game you should do on TV. It's going to be a great game, a great atmosphere. Jackson's a great place to come, and that certainly was the case. Great hospitality from our friends up here at Jackson, and 26 years Dan and I have been doing these games. We've never been here, and hopefully it doesn't take us that long to come back, because we'd love to come see them. Come see these great fans up here in Jackson as we wait for Dan Brennan to make his way down to Jeff Kelly. He'll get a chance to tell us about our player of the game. Quarterback of Saraland finishes up the night 17-27, 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, and had just the one interception. Pulled it down and ran and picked up a big first down when he needed to, but really decision-making, poise, little playmaking there. Able to convert a third down, and Deshaun Spencer, that was the touchdown that sealed it away. Both touchdown passes tonight, one to Spencer and one to A.J. Martin. And he's our player of the game. Let's get on to Dan Brennan, who's got Jeff Kelly.
Halftime, things were pretty tight. You were disappointed that your team didn't score down there near the end of the first half. But as it turned out, second half, defense just kept playing great, chopping wood, and That was enough to get it done.
Hey, two great teams. You know, a lot of respect for Jackson. Yeah, they do a lot of great things. They're going to win a ton of games here. But I'm really proud of our guys, our players, especially our defense. Our defense come in here and give up 6 points to a team like that. Our defensive coaching staff, they did a great job putting in their plan. And our players, they played their hearts out, you know. And it was a tough, gritty, kind of tough game, and we talked all week. That's what we wanted to make it. We wanted to make it that kind of game, and our kids came in and executed, and I'm really, really proud of them.
I'll be honest with you, Coach. If you don't play your heart out in a game like this with a team like that, you get your doors blown off.
Well, there's been so much talk, so much hype, you know, and this game, well deserved. But I think our kids came in with a chip on their shoulder, and they wanted to remind everybody who they were. And they came out here and did a great job on it, and I can't be more proud.
You know, Deshaun Spencer with key play after key play, he's my guy.
He made great plays tonight. He did a lot of different things, running the ball, catching the ball. He's a great leader for our team, an even better young man as well.
Going to bring in Charles from Coca-Cola to present you with the belt.
All right, thank you. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Dan. All right.
He's on two. Let me pop this off.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's school bus stop of the game presented by NHTSA.
This is the school bus stop of the game, presented by NHTSA. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
The Jackson Aggies and the Saraland Spartans, and Jackson on third. Really played a huge part of the second half. Going to get the first down. The ball came out.
Is that Clifton?
Now the ball's loose on the ground again. And a wrestling license. 4th and 1. And they came from the young linebacker making his first start here tonight, and really kind of grew up in front of our eyes. Braden Clifton.
Always remember to stop
could have been
when
in
the
there.
School bus arm is out.
Fumbles and almost had a third, and Saraland gets the win here tonight by a score of 17-6. So, and thanks to our great crew starting up our season here on Friday Night Rivals, and Saraland with the victory, moved to 1-0. They're back on the road next week as they'll take on Blunt Jackson. 0-1 here tonight, but again, 4A defending champs. Look for them to be right there all season long. So many playmakers on the field. Jackson and Saraland, a great way to open up this season. And Jackson, the great host for us here tonight. Saraland comes up here and gets the victory for the second year in a row between the Spartans and the Aggies. Friday Night Rivals, we're back. We'll be back at it next Friday night on the Hill. Theodore in Spanish Fort here on UTV 44. Sarland.